I mean, at $39, you could buy 3 of them, basically for the price that we originally did one, and that will for sure sell out.
Can I just tell you, I mentioned earlier that t-shirt that I tried to find for your son.
Yes, which was sweet, thank you.
Well, here's the thing, it was a little bit selfish because I was also thinking, I love that shirt so much, I'm gonna buy an extra one for myself just in case I wear it out.
Right, right.
And I couldn't get one either. I mean, and that is
And you only bought it last week?
I just bought it last week. So that's the thing. When you see something and your eye tells your heart, oh, don't wait. It's that kind of world now, you know? Like the really good stuff goes. That's
You're
the way it is.
absolutely right. Okay, speaking of, this is brand new. This is our 20 Lira beautiful Byzantine necklace. You want to talk about awe-inspiring. I mean, taking your breath away, just I mean, honestly, there are no words for how pretty this is. This, from $119, that will be our price. It's now $89, $22 on your charge card. Or if you have your HSN charge card, you can do it at $17.99. We'll have, I'll grab the matching bracelets that are coming up. This is for the lady who has the most discriminating taste. If you love the best of the best of the best, if you don't want just the designer handbag, but you want that limited edition one that they only created, you know, fewer than 200 worldwide, this is that necklace, right, Paul?
Oh, it is that necklace, and I wish you would try it on because it's gonna look really pretty on you. I'm gonna show you what I'm most proud about with this necklace, okay? When I worked in France, in Paris, I worked with a jewelry company that had an atelier shop above the store where they made things from scratch for people. And these jewelers were, you know, they're 60, 70 years old. They'd been doing it their whole lives, so talented. And I said to them, what's the most difficult thing to do? And they said to me, the most difficult thing is to create a necklace that moves fluidly with a woman's body. When a woman laughs, does the necklace laugh with her?
Oh.
When she turns her head, does the necklace move like it should? Well, with Byzantine, it has traditionally been a little bit difficult because it's a bit of a stiff weave.
Right.
Look what we did. Can I show you this?
Please do. And you know what?
Amazed.
I was going to put this on, but my producer said don't put it on because we have fewer than 100. This is going to be gone in a second. So ladies, I don't want to rush you, but all I can tell you is from every angle, and Paul's going to show us the flexibility, but I want to show you something here. Look at the way they finished the frame for this coin. Look at the way that stands up off the neckline. Look at the richness in that center station. Okay, let's show Paul and show the flexibility.
I just want you to see, because when the first sample came in, it was not like this. The first sample came in and I said to one of the girls in the office, I said, put it on for me, let me see. She put it on and it stood up at attention sideways. It was so stiff, no woman could wear it.
But that's Byzantine, usually.
That's Byzantine. Look at what they were able to do. This link is so slinky and flexible, it doesn't even feel like Byzantine anymore. And yet look how gorgeously we've done it. Oh my gosh. Now it lays down perfectly. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with the camera. And it moves with you, it laughs with you, it smiles with you, it cries with you, it does everything it should do. And it does it at lunch at the country club or at a big office meeting or a first date. I mean, it's just a really special piece of jewelry.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this on Sonia right now. Sonia, you need this, girl. I mean, that is just...
You need it too. I'm sorry they won't let you try it on.
Well, honey, of course I do. I mean, is that just like absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous? Well, more than half our quantity is gone. And just like Paul was showing you, it's not only the look, but it's the feel. You know, there's a different feel about fine jewelry than there is about jewelry that costs $89. Let's just be honest.
There is. It's funny, and a lot of you maybe haven't had the chance to really hold fine jewelry. And I encourage you to do something I do. I'll walk past a store like Cartier, Tiffany, Bulgari, one of those stores. I'll go inside and I'll find the most expensive piece of jewelry in a case. And I ask to see it. I can't afford it. I want to feel it. And I'll say to them, can I hold it? Because I want to feel it. And you just can't believe what $1 million worth of diamonds feels like. Wow. Guess what? This feels like $1 million worth of diamonds.
Okay, you know what? If you're on board, you're gonna get this one because we have 40 left. So I think we're gonna be moving right along because we have more people on board than we have. I wish we had enough of these. We don't. We have like 300 people on board. Okay, and can we show the matching bracelet that goes along with this too? Because I want to show everybody. I know that the necklace is almost gone. I'm going to show the bracelet because the bracelet's going to be coming up here in a second.